Hello, welcome to today's episode of the Private Property Podcast. I'm your host, Sibs Matiela. We're here to talk about all things property because at privateproperty.co.za, our aim is to connect you to the heart of property. We have a celebrity guest in studio today. I'm not going to tell you who it is just yet because I have to remind you first that all roads lead to the property show.
This year, we're back in real life and virtual with content generated in our metaverse studio. We've designed the exhibition space to replicate the world's most popular property game and added in activities for the whole family, including an indoor park and play area. The game board is divided into 4 journeys, namely First-Time Homebuyers Boulevard, Investment Avenue, Sellers Street, and Renters Road. Visit thepropertyshow.co.za for more information and to get your tickets today. The Property Show 2022, 27th to the 28th of August at the Sandton Convention Center. No matter where you are on your property journey, we've gathered the experts.
That's right. No matter where you are on your property journey, you should be at the Property Show happening at the Sandton Convention Center on the 27th and 28th of August, 2022. You want to get your hands on a ticket, you can click in the link in the comment section. It'll lead you to one of those online ticket buy jobbies and you can get one there. Or at the end of the show, there will be a competition winner from whoever's interacted the most in the comment section, and you will win yourself $500 as well. But we do hope to see you at the Sandton Convention Center at the Property Show. On to today's episode, we have a celebrity guest, a celebrity guest edition. We're talking about buying a house with a freelance income, celebrities and money management and buying houses and things that I didn't even know was possible. Joey Rasdien, everybody! Let's start with an introduction to the people. Those who don't know who Joey Rasdien is, please tell us.
Oh, I don't know. I'm Joey Rasdien. I'm a stand-up comedian. I'm only a stand-up comedian because I'm too nervous to steal. I used to sell furniture for a living, but the problem was it was always my own. Breaking into your own house becomes expensive. Cash converters don't buy the same stolen goods twice. I'm also an actor.
Okay, thank you.
I recently won the Best Supporting Actor for New Material at the International Film Festival.
Yay! Yay, you!
Yes.
That's exciting.
Yes. I've been nominated for Barakat. Barakat is another movie that won awards overseas. Best indigenous language film in the whole entire world last year. And I got nominated for Best Actor.
That's amazing.
At 4 different, but I didn't win, so it doesn't
You
count.
got nominated. It's fine because you
That's
can
like
still
missing
add
a
it to the
penalty.
title. No, it's not. It's like Leonardo DiCaprio. Do you know what I mean? It's like he was nominated, then he was nominated, then he was nominated. You can still put it on your CV.
Yeah, but it's like taking a penalty in the World Cup final and missing it.
Okay, fine.
Like, I just took the penalty. That's being nominated. You were nominated to take the penalty and then you miss it. So that's that, yeah.
Okay, but well, congratulations to you.
Thank
You
you.
should have won. I don't know why you didn't. I suspect it was rigged.
Yeah, I also think so.
Okay.
Yeah, and I also do master classes on playbox.co.za, myplaybox.co.za with Lucas Radebe and Yvonne Chaka Chaka, since you're asking. So let's just do marketing, yeah?
No, go ahead. Punch yourself as much as you like. We were going to do that at the end of the show, but if you want to start with it.
No. For people that don't know, if you want to know, that's where you can
join
start.
Joey's masterclass with Lucas Radebe and Yvonne Chaka Chaka.
Hey, there's more still. It's called My Playbox, but yeah, that's not why we're here.
Did you always work at night? Were you always a freelancer, or did you ever work a 9 to 5?
I actually worked a 9 to 5 at Alexander Forbes.
Shut up! My
And
friend
then-
Mbali works there in Stellenbosch. Shout out, Mbali.
Shout out Mbali.
What did you do at Alexander Forbes?
I was an administrator, a fund administrator. And then I left Alexander Forbes and worked at Old Mutual in Burnmore Farm as a CFP, Certified Financial Planner. So that was back in the day. I sold Fat Joe and David Cow and Kagiso Latiga insurance and life policies. And that's how basically I got into the Fat Joe show. And Pure Manati. That's how I got into Pure Manati. So one day, Kagiso and him invited me to Kagiso and Sepo Mogali stay together in Kakira, here in Sandton, Catherine Street. And then they had like a meeting. So it was myself, Kagiso, Tsepo, Ronnie Mudimula, Loiso, Kola, David Carl, Riyadh, and and in
I love
J-
this, like the first names like Lois or Riyadh, like because these are your mates, and
Yeah,
to
yeah.
us they're like, do you mean
You
Riyadh
guys-
Musa?
Dr. Musa.
Oh yeah.
That time he was still studying to become a doctor.
And you were still selling insurance.
That's correct, yeah.
So how did you end up in that room?
So I was gonna go sell insurance. So as a sideline part-time comic, because I did like gigs at Cool Runnings at the time. the
Okay, in
underground.
Obs.
Yeah, no, not the one in Obs, the one in Joburg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at Obs it was the Armchair Theatre.
Yeah.
Where you did comedy. But here in Joburg there was a place called the Comedy Underground. Nina Easty will tell you about that as well. And John Vismus and Bevan Cullen had this show that was running, and I used to do stand-up there, like open spots and stuff. And then they saw me there once, and then and then I was just like, my whole purpose was to go sell.
Insurance.
And then there's everybody there, and then and then Jason Cope was there, and Koki Falco, and then and Kagiso and David had this thing called the Pure Manati Show, and that's how I got involved in that.
Hectic. Okay, enough with your life story. At which point now, during this time, so you switch from your 9 to 5 at Old Mutual, you stop selling insurance, you go into comedy full time. When do you buy a house?
After that.
Okay.
So
As a freelancer now?
yes, as a
Okay.
freelancer.
How
So,
did you do that?
At the time I was married. So my wife at the time, she passed away unfortunately.
I'm sorry.
She worked at RCI, so she had a pay slip and stuff. Lekker. And then I worked as that time I worked at it was Pure Manati Show, and I was still working at Old Mutual. And so I had different streams of income. So
Got
it
it.
was a bit easier for me to get a loan from the bank. And the house that we bought was very cheap also. So that's why we could afford, with 3 months bank statements, my bank statements, and her salary slip. And we got a bond, and then we had to just pay the 10% deposit, yeah.
How easy or hard was it for you with that freelancer income to buy a house and to get a bond approval?
So they wanted financial statements. Yes, so they wanted financial statements. But at the time, I think I wasn't trading as a CC, so they just used 6 months bank statements. And then they came up with their own income statement and balance sheet. And at the time, I was like 23, so there wasn't debt and there wasn't expenses. So the expenses was basically rent and food, and at the time,
Insurance,
yeah, insurance.
I imagine.
Yes, obviously.
Did you not have
Medical
your own,
aid.
the insurance that you were selling to other people? Did you have it?
I still have it.
Okay. What documents did you need to gather before pre-approval other than these financial statements? Do you remember?
Yeah, so they give you I'm actually selling my other house now.
Okay.
So hopefully
Wait, how
that's
many
gonna-
houses do you have?
So I only have
Joey
one now.
Rasdien, ladies
Ah,
and
come on,
gentlemen,
man.
successful comedian
Oh, no.
and actor, multiple nominee,
Oh God.
with houses to sell. Tell us, how many homes do you have?
No. I only have one home now.
How many houses do you have?
But no, I only have one house now. Because I sold. So I had a small place back then in not gonna say where, and then I had the house that me and my first wife bought and stayed in, and then I bought another place. So and then the old house I rented out, and then I bought this place that I'm staying in right now, and then that other old house. Yeah, it was just going down the drain, and I sold that house, and then I bought this house. So, and then now I'm selling this house now because of COVID, because we're in financial difficulties.
Realistically speaking, as freelancers, obviously you are Joey Rasdien.
Yeah, oh
You
my
are
goodness.
wildly successful.
No, yeah.
Just wait. I think fine, what you cost per hour versus what I cost per hour is like very, very different. That's what I mean when I say you've got like a world of experience like behind you and
yeah,
a
let's-
name
Yes,
that
but you,
holds so much value and so much gravitas because you are spectacular at what you do.
Thank
and
you.
very well respected in the
Okay, you can stop now.
industries.
Stop.
You okay?
You can stop.
Have I flattered you enough?
Yeah, well, yeah, you're making me shy now.
Okay,
Stop.
cool. But realistically speaking, I
Yes.
mean, other freelancers like Little Sibs, Matiela
Yeah.
over here, we wouldn't be able to go with the. Where
You
are we
can.
getting the million cash from to be buying?
Yeah, so if you don't have cash,
That's
and
what I'm
you,
saying. So what
and
advice
you,
are you now
yeah.
going to give to people like
so
me?
so if you really want to own a house, and then you obviously need certain things. So you need to be able to show that you've traded for at least, I think, 3 years. You need to be able to show not financial statements, bank statements, at least 6 months bank statements. You obviously need to have tax clearance, that your tax stuff is up to date. And then the income statement, your statement of financial performance, needs to be in good order. So if you have more debts than income, statement of financial performance, like a trial balance, you have like debits and credits.
Like in my bank account.
Yeah, so in your bank account you have money. Then you pay.
Sometimes.
Okay, the times that you have, you buy
Yeah.
airtime.
Yeah.
That's an expense.
Yeah.
The times that you have, you buy petrol and you buy a car. That's an expense. But then you go read the news there in Zimbabwe, that's an income. I don't know how much, but it's an income.
I'm not gonna laugh about Zimbabwe.
Oh, okay, but I'm
My
just
fiance
saying.
is Zimbabwean. I'm not allowed to say.
Oh,
things about
sorry. Yo, don't go to Kagiso. But so, so, so you get
I
money.
know what an elbow is in Zulu.
Oh, does it? No. Okay, tell me what is zoo in Zulu.
We don't have a zoo in African languages. It's just our home.
Zoo.
It's like
What is
where
the vernacular word
where
for
the
zoo?
animals go? It's like home.
Okay. Ndaweni zilwane. Ndaweni lizi
Our
animals.
South Africa, our land.
Oh, manke mang. How can you say the who's who in the zoo? Ubani ndaweni zilwane. Manke mang kepafolo lizi animals. Kepafolo. Is it
You're-
kepafolo?
Joey, answer my question and stop telling jokes.
I'm not telling jokes. So yeah, so as long as your bank account looks good because you see what happens is the bank or the person that's gonna approve that loan needs to understand or needs to be convinced that you'll be able to pay back that loan.
As freelancers, do you think we should be registering ourselves as companies?
It depends.
Do you think that's the best way to go?
It depends because then you have to pay VAT and company tax. Whereas if you're a freelancer and then you only pay personal tax or commission tax. So it works out more or less the same. So 14% VAT, you charge VAT, and then you still have to pay VAT, and then you still have to do financial statements. And at the end of that financial statements, they'll say, okay, that was your net income for the year,
Yeah.
and then you still have to pay company tax on that. And then the money that you took out of the company while you were working there,
My money.
your own money, you still have to pay personal tax on that. So it's 3 times. It's personal tax, VAT, and company tax. So I don't know, unless you make lots of money, and then maybe to register yourself is a way. Or unless you have different income streams as well.
Okay.
So if you a newsreader and you do something else,
I host the private property podcast.
yeah, but that's still in terms of the CC, it's still the same entertainment thing. Yeah.
Okay, Joey, last thing I'll ask you. All roads lead to the property show. Can we look forward to seeing you there?
In August.
27th and 28th of August, 2022, at the Sandton Convention Center.
I'm gonna be in Namibia.
Thank you for your insights.
For my insights,
Yes,
yeah.
and
So
share-
if you want to buy a property and you're a
Yes.
freelancer,
Yes.
you can do it. It's just people, the same way you go for medical aid, the same way you get a cell phone contract, the same way if you're a freelancer, buy a car, is exactly the same way you buy a house.
Got you. Thank you. The owner of multiple properties over time, not currently. We get it. He wants us to think he's not rich. Thank you, Joey Rasdien, for joining us on the Private Property Podcast. It is time for the competition. Someone gets to walk away with $500 and a ticket to the property show, which is happening again on the 27th and 28th of August 2022 at the Sandton Convention Centre. You can join us digitally from anywhere around the world, but it would be better if you were there in person. Joey won't be there because he'll be in Namibia, but if you're here, then you have no excuse. Someone is about to win a ticket. Brandon Moonsamy, yay! You get $500 and a ticket to the show, which we will see you at. That is it from me, Sibs Matiela, for today. I will see you on tomorrow's episode.
This year, we're back. In real life and virtual, with content generated in our metaverse studio. We've designed the exhibition space to replicate the world's most popular property game and added in activities for the whole family, including an indoor park and play area. The game board is divided into 4 journeys, namely First-Time Homebuyers Boulevard, Investment Avenue, Sellers Street, and Renters Road. Visit thepropertyshow.co.za for more information and to get your tickets today. The Property Show 2022, 27th to the 28th of August at the Sandton Convention Centre. No matter where you are on your property journey,